Okay, are we all looking at 2 o'clock, ready to go? Rock and roll? Okay, well, welcome to everybody. My name is Dolores Houck. I serve as a consultant for United Way of Southern Nevada after having worked there 10 years and volunteered for 28. So I've been part of the model, live it, love it, and really happy to be working with VP of External Affairs, Janet Quintero, and our glue to the department, Jasmine, as well. So really happy to host today and welcome everybody. We do have a packed agenda, so we'll work through it. And we welcome your comments, your thoughts, and please jump in where you feel best. And we always have an open forum at the end of the meeting. So be sure and leave your name, your info, and your organization in the comment box. And remember that we do have closed captioning enabled, so you can put that as well on your screen and access that. And please also know that it is being recorded. We are live and recording. And that helps us with our notes. And also after the call, we send out notes with all the links and all the information and the flyers, so that if you have to leave early or you want to share with other people in your community, your organization and community, please feel free to do so. So we're going to start today. We are honored to have Ms. Mary Ross, who's going to be representing our Nevada Women's Philanthropy. It is a well-known group, well-rooted in our community, member-driven, pooled funding, and they create large impact grant opportunities for organizations that address the needs of the greater Las Vegas community. The Nevada Women's Philanthropy members have invested over $7 million in Las Vegas area specific with nonprofits since it was created in 2005. So I'm absolutely honored to have Ms. Mary Ross join us again within the timeline that people can still apply. And so please, Ms. Ross, take it away and share your information.
Okay, great. Thank you, Dolores. So you took half my spiel, so I get to keep it short. So thank you for the introduction. That is an important fact about NWP, is that we are a pooled fund and everybody donates the same amount of money, and then we each get one vote for the final project that ends up being chosen for each year. So as a representative of the group and a co-chair of our outreach committee, I am pleased to announce that this year's impact grant is $500,000 and will be awarded to a nonprofit agency serving the Southern Nevada community. So for those of you that meet our base criteria and are eligible to apply, impact grant applications must be received no later than Thursday, November 17 at 5 p.m. So you have plenty of time about I guess actually maybe not plenty of time, but hopefully maybe if you have a big project in the works or you've been thinking about it, this is time for your team to get together and formulate a project. And then if you go to our website and learn more about our grant process, you can watch a video tutorial that we just recently released. And that tutorial will walk you through how to apply for the application. And then if you have any questions as to your eligibility or some of the items that you need to meet that base criteria, please feel free to send us an email, and we usually respond within 24 hours. So to learn more about the grant process, please go to nwpsnv.org for more information. You'll also find a grant application that you can download, and you can review it as you're going through the tutorial. So if you have questions, you can follow along. And then if you have any questions about the process, please feel free to reach out to our email address, which is outreach@nwpsnv.org. So we hope to see you. We've given, I think this is our 17th grant cycle. So each year, our goal has been to get it to 500,000, and we've met that goal the last few years. So we're really excited about it.
Thank you, Ms. Ross. Could you also share about the Founder's Gift as well? That
Sure.
Opportunity And then do you still have time on the schedule for people for that 15-minute talk that you've offered, I know last year, just for
Right.
people to get more acquainted and get a face-to-face? Is that option still available?
Okay. So as far as the mini sessions, we did offer one-on-one mini sessions, 15-minute mini sessions, and we completed those October 11 and 12. So that has passed.
Right.
But again, if you have questions, it's real easy to answer by email. And if it's a little more complicated, then, we'll give you a call. And you asked about the founder's gift. So we know how hard the agencies work to prepare these projects. And once the two finalists get down to their presentation to the membership at large, we offer a founder's gift. It's non-restricted funds, and it's always a minimum of $30,000. There were 6 founding members, and $5,000. That's what our buy-in is for the pooled fund. And so that $30,000 is the founder's gift, and that goes to the person or to the agency that is in the finals. So it is possible that the founder's gift could be larger. Again, it depends on how many women we have who join NWP for that grant season. But it's definitely a guaranteed minimum of 30,000 unrestricted.
Thank you so much. And I do want to open the floor to anyone that has a short, specific question that couldn't be answered offline. And I want to advocate for the process. This is a group of dedicated women. I think the membership is about 120 members. And absolutely, they give their best. It is their pocket money. It's not coming from a corporation. This is their personal investment. And they really want to have those legacy impact that they can see and their children can see and grandchildren. So it's the kind of investment and giving circle that really they want to know what's best in the community. They're open to learning. So if you engage in the process at all, even if you look now and apply next year, it's really wonderful to work with the funders on that investment mentality. So you understand from an organization point of view, as well as from a funding investment point of view, and you come together. So I just want to pause for a moment and see if anyone has a question for Ms. Ross as we have her time today.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, Ms. Kate.
I just wanted to confirm that there's still the same 3-year audit requirement that's been in the past.
Yes,
Okay.
we do require an independent financial audit and conducted by a CPA. Yes.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to
Thank you.
confirm because I know that there are a lot of other smaller organizations like ours that are ineligible for that reason, and I wanted to save them some time.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up.
All right. If I don't see any other comments, but again, as long as Mary can join us and she's available, we'll put all the links in there, and we'll be sure to put it in the follow-up notes that we send out after the call. So we thank you for your time. We welcome you back, and we look forward to seeing you this time next year as well.
All right, good.
Thank you. Next, we're going to move on to Bank of America has a partnership with CVS, and their vouchers are out for vaccine vouchers are open for distribution to nonprofits and families. So we want to thank Ashley hasn't joined us today, been able to, but we want to thank Ashley Andrews, who's the market executive for Las Vegas region, to share the vaccine vouchers with our nonprofits to better serve the community and the partnership with CVS. Again, all of the voucher, the flyers in English and Spanish will be distributed and be available as through our notes and then also in the comments. So any questions? Another pause. Any questions accessing that information? All right, our next agenda item is called EASE. It's through the Nevada State Secretary of State. And I think we're all familiar with the online application that integrates voter registration and electronic ballot delivery and marking. We're familiar with it if we have family and friends that are members of the United States Armed Forces, spouses or dependents, and also Nevada voters who reside outside of the country. And now we have Nevada residents with a disability as well, able to access this link and to basically vote online. This is a wonderful opportunity. There's a lot of really great background information in terms of, and I was sharing with my sister who lives in New Mexico, and she said, well, how do you sign it, right? Because new to her. And so they draw our signatures out of the DMV, out of your driver's license, that data bank, or if you have any legal documents that are filed with the city, county, state. So that piece of it additionally is already verified that it's your signature and all your information. But it's really great to understand that there's another option for people to be able to participate in government, in their community, and that the ballots are available 45 days before election day. And we have that link as well. And just even if you walk through to be informed, we all have neighbors, friends, family, in addition to the people that we serve, that we really want to think of others and help people get this information out there. I'll pause. Any questions, any comments? Moving on. I think most people on the call might be familiar with Nevada Grant Lab, the nonprofit that has been helping many organizations be able to apply for federal grants or get ready to apply to even be a sub-grantee. And so they have put together a community survey. Again, they've been around for the last 3 years, and they have been proving to government and elected officials and investors in our state how important Fed dollars are, the Fed dollars that we're leaving on the table because we're not prepared to manage them. And so they have a short survey, 10 minutes at max, a survey that you can share the challenges, complexities, what's making your work difficult, where do you need help? And they're open to interviews as well if you want to set up a time to interview and expand on issues that you feel are impacting nonprofits and give them more perspective. Moving that information along the communication chain of command, so to speak, is on behalf of the entire state. So we all have our pockets of, we need more money for rental assistance, we need more money for utilities, we need more money for food. These are those little crevices that you only know individually because you serve and you hear it frontline. So please participate in the survey. Please feel free to contact them and work together. We sometimes think of where's the money, where's the grants, what can we do? But we hesitate to prepare ourselves, our organization, and work together on that front end of how do we get in the pipeline for these funding opportunities. So I encourage everyone to do that. Again, links will be in the chat and in our notes as we hand it out. Any questions, any comments? I'm taking that as moving forward. We're gonna zip through our meeting. UNLV School of Dental Medicine, Give Kids a Smile event. This is a free dental care for uninsured children ages 4 through 18. They do need a parent or legal guardian present at the time of the appointment. It is appointment only, no walk-ins. We will be sharing the number and the flyers again in English and Spanish for you to distribute and share so people can schedule a screening visit. We really encourage this relationship. They are solid gold partners. I know Paul has spoken about their services and their work in the past, but it's really a great opportunity, and we keep looking at these opportunities and how we can make it sustainable. We know kids with teeth that hurt can't eat, can't learn, and just have a real difficult time, and we want to be able to address it. So pausing 1 minute to see if there's anyone on the call from UNLV School of Dental Medicine. Do we have anybody or any questions? We have a quiet group. I'm going to make everyone sing or dance or do something here. All right, City of Las Vegas, get your business rolling. This is a really unique and wonderful opportunity, all under one place at a one-stop shop. So the city of Las Vegas invites everyone to their small business and food truck safety expo on Thursday, November 10th, down from 8 to 4 at the Expo World Market Center. This is a one-stop shop with all things business-oriented on site. Apply for a license on site, educational and safety workshops, on-site fire and Southern Nevada Health District inspections, liquid propane gas inspections, and more. What's wonderful about this is you can sign up about the license by November 3rd. You have time, and you can sign up to be a vendor or an exhibitor or sign up for an inspection. So you're not alone. You can do this together. You can have fun. You can collect the information. Again, think about others, distribute it. We want to build the economy in Southern Nevada, and this is a wonderful opportunity. The flyers are available in English and Spanish, and we will make those connections in our notes. Any questions? Any comments? Anyone running a food truck in addition to their nonprofit? Kate, did you put your hand up? I'm teased. Paul, no, I'm not. Paul, we'll wait for your comment. No comment. Yay. All right. We'll save it for the end. So United Way has begun their Nevada's Women United 15th Annual Suit Drive. It's the longest running event for Southern Nevada community in terms of collecting shoes and pocketbooks and accessories and clothing that are going directly to the agencies that are bringing people back into the workforce, preparing them for interviews. It's a really unique and wonderful opportunity to see and to hear from the agencies and the recipients. So we're just thrilled to be able to do it. The drive is already running, is currently running until November 4th. United Way is a drop-off site and you can receive your donation receipt at the time of drop-off. They're also conducting a sip and sort. So if anyone's done cleaning the books over at Spread the Word Nevada, same idea. But this time you get to hear from the agencies, you get to talk with the recipients, you get to see the full picture of how this works. And so I see there's a comment, is there a flyer for the event? I will leave, Janet said yes. So I see that all of that information, again, will be the link to the suit drive, the sip and sort, and then the information about where to drop off and the time frame, and then the actual day of closing with all the recipients and the organizations coming to receive. I see there's a note for November 9th is the November 9th is the sip and sort. Okay. And that's where everyone gets together and they have their information shared. I want to make sure I'm getting the dates right. But number one, clean your closets, declutter, make room for all your new things coming in for the holidays, and be sure that you really understand it's the basics. Sometimes we have things that we don't realize. I remember Dana had shared about the white shirt. Just a plain white business shirt that works for uniforms. It works for places that require a uniform, places that, just makes you feel professional, and you can accessorize as you feel comfortable. So just spread the word literally, and get people in your groups to understand this is a wonderful way for everyone to participate. The next on our agenda, and I'll pause for any questions, any comments. Okay, and now we are going to talk about a very serious subject. I see Erin is on as well. I'll do the intro, and Erin, if you want to add any information, please feel free. As our leader in this space, understanding human trafficking, the intersection and complexity. So in partnership, United Way of Southern Nevada is in partnership with United Way Worldwide Center to combat human trafficking. And we'll be co-hosting a learning session that focuses on human trafficking on Tuesday, November 1st at 10 p.m. all area nonprofits, elected officials, corporate partners, community residents, leaders are invited to join the learning session. And really important, we do have a registration link. It's really important that we take every opportunity to learn things outside of our world or outside of our comfort. And so, Erin, did you have anything that you want? There you are. I'm trying to move the screen. Would you please add any thoughts and anything that you'd like to share?
Definitely. Thank you so much, Dolores. You are absolutely correct that this is an issue. Human trafficking, and in particular sex trafficking, is a major issue for our community in Southern Nevada. And over the last 2 years, United Way has sponsored the Nevada Policy Council on Human Trafficking in partnership with Impact NV. And this is a statewide policy coalition that is focused on informing our state's approach to public policy making, in particular in the areas of supporting victim services, reducing demand for human trafficking, essentially because it is a market influenced occurrence as well, and reducing the overall prevalence of human trafficking in our community and across our country. And so while we've had the great honor of sponsoring this policy council, we are also fortunate to be one of 4 pilot cities across the United Way network, across the United States, to pilot new community-driven approaches to increasing public awareness around human trafficking. And this learning session on Tuesday is one of the ways that we do it. We do know that we have the 2023 legislative session coming up. And so as we go into this next sort of era of policymaking on this issue, we want to take steps to make sure that our entire community is well informed on the challenges and policy needs related to human trafficking, so that we can share a common voice and a common understanding as we continue to support victims and survivors of human trafficking and seek to prevent it in the future. And so I encourage everybody, please join us for this live learning session. It will be, we say live learning session, but it is all on Zoom. I will say that it is being led by survivor leaders. So survivors of human trafficking will be teaching this training, this introduction to human trafficking. And so I definitely we at United Way encourage everybody in the community who has an interest in this topic, please join, because we have a lot of work ahead of us. So thank you very much. Thanks again, Dolores, and thanks to everybody on the call today.
And thank you, Erin. Do you want to add anything about the partnership with UPS and the signage that was outside of the airport? Just for, I mean, some good information.
Of course. I would be remiss if I did not mention the sponsor, the overall sponsor of all of this work, which is UPS and the UPS Foundation. And so if anybody is driving on the Beltway on the 215 down near the airport, if you look up, don't take your eyes off the road for too long. But if you're in that part of town, please take a look. You will see a huge 150-foot banner that UPS erected. It's 150 feet long, it's 7 feet high, and it is exclusively focused on stopping human trafficking. It shares the national hotline number as well as the text message number. And this banner and the initiative, of course, sponsored by UPS, the UPS Foundation, and Truckers Against Trafficking. So these are some of the critical community partnerships that are making this work possible. But yes, if you do have a chance to drive the Beltway, or you're down near the airport, near the rent-a-car center, you should get a good view of this bright blue Stop Human Trafficking banner. So thank you very much, Dolores. And if anybody wants that cross street, it's Gillespie and George Crockett.
We'll pause. Thank you, Erin. We'll pause if you have any questions, anything. I love the aspect of using the wisdom and the experience, people that we say with lived experience. That's the most important. We can plan, we can invest, we can sit in our silos and do great paperwork and applications. But until we hear from the people who have experience and their point of view, we have failed to communicate. And so that's really exciting that we can have that full 360 and really work towards what is it like, how do we help? and not think, I like to say, we're not the experts. We might know what the goal is and what we want to get done, but we really have to listen to people who have lived experience. So I don't see any hands. Janet, are we good? Okay. So the next thing on our agenda is the Biden-Harris administration student debt relief portal has launched. I know that affects a lot of people. And so millions of working and middle-class borrowers can apply for the student debt relief now. We again will have the link for the studentaid.gov/debt relief, and the application process the link is live, and we will have it in our notes. And I would assume there's people here either still with student debt or know someone with student debt. I certainly have the people in my family with lots of student debt. So thank you. So I believe we have one more share, and that's the College of Southern Nevada Promise Scholarship. This is a unique scholarship established by the Nevada legislature for Nevada high school graduates to attend community college. And the Nevada Promise Scholarship can cover up to 3 years of tuition and other mandatory fees not covered by other grants or gift aid. So I think a lot of the organizations, and again, we have family, friends, neighbors, we know the struggles of being a student at any age or stage in life. If you go back to school, if you're just coming out of high school. So this scholarship opportunity that is funded by the state is absolutely paramount to us moving ahead in that education cycle of really building our workforce to be ready if they want to go on to certification or onto 4-year degree or beyond. We do have people going on for their 8 to 10-year degrees in medicine. So I just wanted to, again, thank everybody. We love having this time, even if it's brief and people are quiet, but we really love this time on the call where we can have a open forum. I think everyone knows to raise their hand just so that we don't miss you. And we would love to hear now from everybody just about the content, if you have any questions or anything that we should be aware of for our next agenda. I am going to give a short shout out for the nonprofit call is also for Spanish speaking organizations. And where did Janet go? If Janet wants to speak to that, if you have staff, if you know other organizations that would want this type of information, we do, Janet and Jasmine conduct this nonprofit call in Spanish, and they're building their own momentum so that please, if you have any questions for either one of them about that call, it's on Fridays at 11. Correct, Mundo? Yay.
Yes, you got it.
Okay. So, and again, everyone knows to email Janet q@uwsn.org if you have any things that you want to present for the next agenda, and as well as Jasmine. And then any questions go to info@uwsn.org. So please, could we take a moment and get some comments and some feedback on what we shared today and your thoughts for our next call and agenda?
And you have a hand up, Dolores. It seems like Veronica has her hand up.
Please go ahead. I can't. Veronica? There you are. Okay. Okay. Mute.
Hi there,
Thank you.
everybody.
Hi.
How are you, Dolores? Good to see you.
Thank you.
So I'm just here to present about United Way is hosting their poker event at the with their collaboration with Charity Series of Poker. It'll be hosted this Sunday, October 30th. And this is benefiting Young Leader Society. So the new program we are developing here at United Way. So if you are interested in poker and want to learn more about Young Leader Society, please go ahead and send me an email, or I will also give the link to Jasmine and Janet to post in the comment section. So the event is from 5:30 to 9 at the Palms. And so if you guys want to learn any more information about philanthropy for young leaders, this is your place to go. So thank you guys, and have a safe Halloween.
Thank you. Paul, don't let me down. I know you have something to share.
Well, I do have a lot of share. There's a lot going on. It's interesting, especially yesterday. I'm out and about everywhere, and I love my job, and I'm thankful to be able to get out there. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of meeting with the governor, Senator Catherine Cortez, Congressman Horstman, and a lot of other politicians that are looking to get elected at the Shepherd's Breakfast. That's a wonderful event to not only network, but also get to know the leaders in the area. And I'm over in the historic West Side a lot. And what a lot of the churches have been doing or are doing now is after each service for the next few weeks until elections are with, they are taking people over to the voting polls right after church, and they're having events to get people out to vote for this election, and everything's going on. So it's a great time of the year, and people are motivated to get out there, and so hopefully and our politicians I hear from them, the politicians I hear from, they realize that we've been through the pandemic, but they're looking to hopefully try to do better, hopefully going forward, and depending on how the election goes. And they realize it's the economy and inflation is going on here, so it's a tough time. So, but it was a great event to do that. But also, I'd like to mention Nevada 211 has, when our new contract started this year, we finally were able to get grant money to go out into the rural areas in Nevada after this many years. And what I would like to ask the agencies that are on here board here today, if you have connections out in the rural areas at all, agencies and things, we'd love to get out there to meet them, to do presentations. And if there's any events going on, and I'll mention this again over the next few weeks and into the new year, because we really want to get out there and bring in more resources and let more people know about 211. It's amazing when we go out to Mesquite or Pahrump or any place that they know nothing about 211 at all. So we're looking to do that. But we're still working and building and have relationships built throughout Nevada. And also we have Raina Rodriguez up north that are our new community outreach specialist. So we're hoping to tackle that and with the mindset and attitude, but it's time to ask. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. If you already know people, it's a lot easier to contact someone that someone's referred you than trying to call them up and they don't know what you're talking about. So if you do know someone, please email me that. Lots of events going on up till Thanksgiving, and we'll be out in Mopa Valley or Logandale in a couple of weeks. Last year we had a lot of agencies from Las Vegas out there, so I look forward to seeing you on November 5th all day out there. It'd be a great event to attend, nice little drive. Then, of course, as you all know, one of the big events will be the Nevada Homeless Alliance event on November 22nd. That'll be all day. It's a Silver Nugget. I'm getting out here just doing a lot. If you have new programs, if there's new agencies on here that you're not a part of Nevada 211, please call me. My cell phone number, my email's in there. If I can be of any assistance in any way, you can always reach me. I'm there to help you get on board. If you have questions, if agencies you need to know information, please give me a call. That's my job, and I love doing it. Dolores, I appreciate also both United Ways, United Way Southern Nevada, United Way of Northern Nevada. They allow us to hold our now in-person meetings and Zoom calls in your offices, and was our Tuesday, and it would turn out to be a great event. Always good to see people in person. And I will tell you that it's good to be back out attending in-person events, because there's a lot of new people out there that don't know about United Way, all our agencies, but you have to get out there and introduce yourself and make yourself known to these people, because the pandemic has, put us behind the curve. So now we're catching back up, and a lot of things is coming like a steamroller or runaway train at us. But it's good to get out there, because there's so many people that need our help and services at the homeless events and everything else. I'm glad to see everyone out there. We're all doing the best we can, one person at a time, one day at a time, one event at a time. And like I said, I appreciate the wonderful partnership with all of you at United Way. Thank you, Dolores.
Thanks, Paul. And also want to remind everyone, there's the number 988 that has launched in collaboration with 211. And so that also is about mental health resources, 24/7, handled by the Crisis Call Center. And this is for everybody. If you need advice, if you're just having a moment, hopefully a lot of support is going for people who are considering that life is not worth living, that their challenges are too great. And just a call, just 988, everybody should have that and be able to share that, because we all go through crises, unexpected things. And it's really important when you don't have to explain or give your background, when you just can do a call for help. So please remember 211, push it out there, lots of assets. And 1 minute, Janet, I wanted to also, Paul, do you want to mention all the drives and all the toys and food and organization and the list that organizations need to know about or get on the list so that their clients can access any of the holiday, toys and food and things like that? Do you have that info?
Absolutely, we do. And it's fortunate that Jasmine asked me about that on Tuesday, and I'm glad she did. We do have the list, and we should have it up. But now, actually, when our database administrator checked it, somehow it's gotten kicked out. So it should be back up running now. And that is one of the things that if there are if you have anything doing with Christmas, whatever, we want to get that on that list. And I would like to mention this. I found out yesterday, Gina Glass with the Sickle Cell Foundation, she was mentioning to me, and agencies can reach out to her. I have her information if you don't have it. She mentioned to me last year they were bombarded with lots of gifts and things for kids and stuff like that. So please reach out to her and say, hey, if you've got any extra stuff, please consider us and everything, because she said they just had so many. There was over, and that happens sometimes. So I'm hoping to talk to her more about that and to find out later on how much they have over. I'd like to also mention that you mentioned the 988. Yes, we are associated with that. Our database is, and it's more than just suicide. It is mental health and other substances like that. And on that note, we're really pushing our Nevada 211 youth app for ages 12 to 19. And I'm out there to the bench, and I'll actually get kids to download the app, because they need to realize this specifically for them. The services they don't have to talk to their parents. That's why we brought it out there, because we know already that 47% of the students have depression. The suicide rates is going up. We have a huge amount of homeless youth out there too, and we're all working together. So the youth app is really, really wonderful for them, because that's something like 988 they can call too. So that I wanted to mention that. But yes, if you've got anything at all that you want to be posted, or if you've got things that you're giving out, please give it to us. We look forward to it. This year has been a lot better than the past 2 years due to the pandemic. We are having agencies that are coming back. So that's the wonderful thing about it, that we're able to help more people in that aspect, So I appreciate you asking me that, Dolores. Thank you.
You're welcome. Miss Janet, did you want to have your hand up?
Yes, I wanted to follow Paul and highlight one of the programs that we have an opportunity on working with 211, and also give a shout out to Lisa Martin, who's here, and she's the director over at 211, and that is Ride United. I just wanted to share a quick story. So Ride United is a non-emergency transportation program that Nevada 211 runs. So if you call 211 and you ask them, you know, I need a ride to a shelter, or I need a ride to a food pantry, they of course, there's other qualifications, but for the most part, you should be able to get that ride to that place and back. And this week, I think it was this week, we had a nonprofit partner who had a family with domestic violence, and they already went to that step of approaching a nonprofit partner, right? And they were at their location, and the partner found a shelter, but they didn't have transportation. So they asked, like, who, you know, the police department doesn't really have that, but they're willing to do us a favor if we can't find anyone. Of course, Ride United came to mind when they reached out. They got in contact with Nevada 211, called dial 211, went through the process. And thanks to this service, the family had that life-saving ride to a shelter. So I just wanted to raise awareness, because oftentimes I think of, you know, it's a ride to a pantry, but it was just really, impactful to know that sometimes these rides can be life-saving. So again, if you have any questions about any resources, call 211. They do a great job with their database. And if you hear of any new programs in the community, as Paul said, his number is everywhere. His email is everywhere. I can attest that he will answer the phone. He will reply to your email. And it's better for our community, for all these resources to be in the one database that is Nevada 211. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
And thank you, Janet, for saying that. And Ride United, more people need to remember it, use it, because we all know there is no transportation services available in Southern Nevada here, Clark County. It's basically because I can speak from experience when we go out to the homeless events. The people come through, they get a bus pass for attending the homeless events. That's about all going on. So we really need to promote that. It's available, and it's like everything else. People just aren't used to being able to get an answer or getting help for transportation. So we do need to get that out there. It's a great program, and you can set up a consistent, consistent use of it. There's many variables with the Ride United program. So please let people know, and we'll get on there for you. So thank you so much, Janet, for reminding us of that program. It's needed, especially this time of the year. And if you all know, one other thing is like we have, of course, the Golden Groceries program for people 60 or over. They'll either deliver it to you, they'll they'll call it Uber for you. You can go pick it up yourself, whatever. One of the big promoters of that is there's several of them that do that. So please remember that that's available, the Golden Groceries program, and they provide fresh, healthy food for seniors 60 and over. And at this time of the year, people should know that there's food available based in your zip code, especially seniors congregate meals on wheels, the Golden Groceries programs and things like that. This is something that we need to keep reminding people and let them know that they do not have to go hungry at all. We're always bringing on new churches, new people that do food programs and things like that. So there should be somewhere within your zip code area if you need help to get food. And I've tried to remind seniors that don't let your pride get in the way. Get free groceries and use your money to pay your medicine or your other bills. So thank you.
Thank you, Paul. I see Lisa. Do you want to add? Lisa put lots of notes. There's lots of informational criteria. Did you want to add anything that we missed or that you could directly represent for us? you there, Lisa? You good?
I'm sorry. Hello, can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
I did put the requirements, eligibility, application process in the chat.
Yeah.
If anyone has any questions right now, I'm happy to answer. It's pretty straightforward. If a help seeker calls 211 and speaks with a call specialist, they'll let them know what the need is for the ride. And the call specialist books the ride right there with the client on the phone. The rides come pretty quick. When they're ready to be returned back to the original pickup site, they can just call us at that time, and usually I think it's within 5 or 10 minutes those Ubers or those Lyfts are stopping and picking people up. So it's been an excellent program, very helpful to our clients. And we appreciate you guys there at the United Way, that's for sure. We also have a Ride United last mile delivery program, and this is a transportation program more geared towards agencies. Food, essential items, hygiene, cleaning, during the holiday season, gifts or gift baskets or hot meals, holiday meals are able to be delivered through DoorDash. We work with agencies to get them on board in the DoorDash platform, and agencies will send us the list of people, clients of the agencies that need supplies delivered directly to their door. It's a free of charge program for the agencies and for the client, and you're better able to directly get your goods to your people, to your communities. So I do have that program available. Deliveries can be like regular ongoing. It could be 1, it could be 10. And pretty much anything can be delivered at this time. So if your agency has holiday programs and they're wanting to actually give that service to the clients, we're looking for partners on the program. And I'll put my contact information in the chat, and you can reach out directly to me. I'm happy to schedule a meeting and go over if I have our agencies that are interested. So
Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate
thank you all.
additional, understanding how these programs are working together. That I love the part that is immediate, because when you're in a crisis, and these are not rides to the casino or a restaurant or to visit family and friends, these are for crisis intervention, and timeliness is the most essential part. You need to get out of a situation if you need to be transported. So you don't change your mind. It's really essential that service and support is there. And B, just pure safety, just pure health and safety and well-being. So thank you all for the coordination of services. That's the only way we will make a greater impact in this community. I thought we would be giving you the gift of time back, but we're right up against a few more minutes. Would love to hear from anybody else in terms of, especially if you're new and you've never been on a call like this before, what else could we provide? And for people who have been on the call through the last couple of years and stayed with us, is this format working? Are we, is there anything that United Way can do to improve the connections and to improve the sharing? This is an open forum, it's safe, we take it to do better. So I'm going to pause and see if we can get some feedback. Well, I don't know, it's a quiet group. Next time, maybe we need to start with a song and dance. And
Can I
are we
add
meeting
that?
your needs? Go ahead.
I just want to add to that, Dolores, just in case anyone needs to gather their thoughts. Of course, if you want to jump in right now, I'm more than happy to give you the space instead because this is your space. But we will be sending also a NEMO survey. So if you keep an eye out for that, like Dolores said, we really want this to be your space. So if you don't have an answer for us today about how this can be improved or what areas you really love about the call, think about it so that we can really just continue hosting the space for you all, and it can always be a space where we all come together, share resources, and learn from each other. And I'll pause, and then if no one has anything, Dolores, I think I might want to share about the tax update before we sign off for today.
I think we should go ahead and share. And again, if people are gathering your thoughts, we still have a few minutes, so just raise your hand. And so Janet, yes, please share about the tax, the VITA preparation and that could be.
So I want to share that, first of all, say that it's not too early to start thinking about taxes and tax season coming up next year. As you all know, we work closely with the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, which is an IRS-sponsored program to provide free tax preparation. It is income-based, so families and individuals who make less than $58,000 a year are eligible to receive free tax preparation. And in most cases, a lot of tax credits, whether the child tax credit or the earned income tax credit at the end of their tax preparation. Many families and individuals don't know they qualify. Unfortunately, as a state, we're still missing out. And when I say we, I mean families themselves are missing out on a lot of dollars that are just being left in DC, right? These dollars are not coming from Nevada. They're really dollars that are allocated at the federal level, and they never make it down to our state because those individuals don't choose to file, or when they file, they don't recognize that they qualify. So to get in front of this and really give those individuals the chance to have this money in their pockets, we are working closely with the Nevada Free Taxes Coalition in developing a training so that we may increase the capacity and have more families prepare their taxes for free and receive these credits back in their pockets. So we will come back to you with those volunteer opportunities, many ways you can get engaged, whether you think, oh, I would love to, I already do, prepare rental assistance, what am I looking? Yeah, rental assistance applications, and I can add that on. But the sweet spot is if you serve families who make less than $58,000, the probability is that we can streamline the process for them. So I'll come back to you all with more information, and then we'll also invite the new executive director over at Nevada Free Taxes Coalition to introduce herself. Her name is Jody Mobley, and we're just so excited that she is there now. And that is my update for today. So more news to come.
Thank you, Ms. Janet. And yes, so there's an average out there, and Janet and Aaron are the experts on the numbers, but I'm going to throw out there that the average tax return credit for the child tax credit is $3,000, and the average earned income tax credit is $1,500. So that infusion into anybody's economy at home, into the community, it can get a car repair, it can get you through utility bills, it can, that's substantial. And what we need to do as a community is to educate, engage, and make it feel doable. It's like people don't file their taxes because I don't make enough money to file taxes. That's the core of it. We'll be working in English and Spanish and at sites. I see the name of the organization for Nevada Free Taxes Coalition. We can add that as well to the link. And so these partnerships with United Way and the financial institutions and other nonprofits that we're going to be, as Janet said, inviting people to train so that they can have a staff member absolutely be certified to prepare. It's IRS software. So it walks you through, the client brings the documentation. It takes about an hour, but we will be working on how we get these sites to be at locations that are accessible for people with disabilities, people with children, Head Start sites, the nonprofit organizations that are in constant contact with people that would be in that income range, individuals and families. So we really have to not just think of one or the other. This is the family, all ages and all stages, and people go into a lower tax bracket from death of a spouse, from changes, unemployment is still hitting. So let's just be really thoughtful in terms of how we can move through this. I see Paul, you have a hand? Go
I
ahead.
do. I wanted to add that, we work closely with BETA, or the, Nevada Free Tax Coalition, and they will generally, toward the end of December, early January, we always contact them. They give us a list of everywhere that they're going to be offering their services at, so that you can if you have the information, fine, or people can contact 211, and we'd be able to let them know where the places are available that they can get their taxes done. They're very dedicated, they work very hard, and they do a great job, and they provide a lot of help to the members. And you're right, people, is it like voting or anything? They think they for whatever reason, we can only encourage them and hopefully lead them by the hand to get the money that's deserved to them, because there's a lot of money left on the table that they just don't realize, and anybody can use these services, So
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so we're right up on the clock. I'm looking to Janet and Jasmine. Are we good? I see thumbs up. Any other hands up? We always take hugs. We always take encouragement to give and to get. So we wish everyone to have a really peaceful and successful week and days to come. And we thank you for staying with us and joining together and sharing the information that really will make this community keep functioning at a higher and higher level. Many people are suffering. So thank you for your help and your dedication. Take care.
Thank you, everybody.